engines, big data processings, and then we will serve for the data analytics and then visualizations. So the question is, where is the cryptography in these architectures? How if I say it's everywhere? We need the cryptography in the source of data, in the Internet of Things, for example. We need the cryptography to ensure the data that from the IoT go to the storage, which is in the network itself. And every layers need cryptography. For what for? Yeah, to make a guarantee that the data that we process in the big data, for example, is secure, have the assurance, and no one still in the middle of the transactions, no one manipulate, and then another things. Yeah. So that's the issue. So I think this point of view we can use in another case in the cryptography, and then when we want to solve some things. Yeah, we want also to solve some things. Let's say, anyone have a Facebook account? How much that have Facebooks? Oh, all of you. Okay, so you are not the cryptography people, I think, because mostly the person in the cryptography doesn't have any account in the social media. Yeah, we know like you. Cryptography is always have a membership of anonymous group or something, yeah? No one. Okay, so in your Facebook, do you publish your date of birth? No one? Who's published the date of birth? Okay, only one, only two, or three, or four. Okay, you are happy people that always have a greeting from the Facebook when you have a anniversary. Your friend, your family forget your date, but Facebook always remember that. Okay. Okay. So let's say, what do you think? We discuss about it. How about date of birth? It's very confidential or not, actually? Anyone in here use the password of your email, for example, use 1 or 2 characters of your date of birth. For example, Mardani, and then Mardani 08, for example. 08 represent my month of my date of birth, for example. Anyone? Any? Yeah? Okay. Yeah, in this class we have one person. Can you imagine if I have 1 million people and have same, for example, 1% do that one, so I can build my machine learning algorithm to generate your password. So something like that. Anyone in the date of in your Facebook, you have information about your siblings or your your parents, your anyone, and very complex, very comprehensive until your grandma, grandma, something else, something like that. Okay. It's also. Do you think it is very confidential or not? It's confidential or not? What's very important, sir? If I have that, the 3, it's mean, yeah, I have from one of the big, I don't know, something else, something. But sometimes when we, this is the good, not the good news, but this is the good discussion. Let's say. Maybe I give you some. Last month, I have experience to invite by police in our province to be in the analyst for some crime that use the social media that use your relative relation to do some illegal action, some illegal some things, yeah, something like that. So it's really nice when we found that case. Okay, we need the cryptography to make sure that your relation is very good enough. So I recommend you that if you have any relation, even that's your sibling, your father, your mother, just make it complicated, okay? Okay, complicated. It will be secure for you, okay? So that's it. So that's the issue for this big data. So I think when we deal with this, the challenge of cryptography not only in the cryptography itself, but all of the aspect of our life will be need the cryptography. You also has update your status today in Twitter that you in here. No. Okay, good enough. So your vacation will be niceful, joyful. Okay, okay. Because if you show your status, you're okay. Yeah, you will have a lot of message. Don't forget to bring something from Jogja, something like that. Yeah. So you need cryptography. Okay. But it's okay. I recommended you to give a lot of accessories and food from Jogja back to your country. Okay. Okay. So this is the problems. The problem in the purpose of the cryptography in the big data, for example, is how we ensure the active device to secure the active device or Internet of Things. Yeah. The third part, I will give you some case, and then I will like discuss with you. This is my real project that I have Internet of Things for disaster. I plan some IoT device in the several regions in Central Java, and data transmit to me directly to my data center in my campus. So the problem is now, I only have my data in every 3 minutes. I order my IoT to send to me every half minute. So that's the problem. So sometimes I have my data from the sensor, but unfortunately, the data is very strange. Something not really like behavior of the IoT itself. So I confused. This is something that really happened because of the problem from the sensor itself, or maybe there are any intercept in the middle of the data, for example. Yeah, something like that. So that's the problem. And then about the data collection, this is also the problem. Can you imagine that one? For example, we in this room, we have a CCTV. And we capture every minute, frame by frame, yeah. And then, for example, I'm not pray it happened in this class. For example, one of the participants complained to the committee, "Oh, I'm sorry, I lost my gadget," for example. And then how we found the suspect. And then we go to the frame analytics of the CCTV. Every minute we try to break down and then see about the pictures. And then what happened? If I have some skills to add your pictures and then add to the frame, and then in that time you appears in the screen, maybe you can be in the suspects, even you're not in this room, for example, something like that. Yeah. So it's really very matters how we secure the data collection process using the cryptography. And then the response, also the response. Of course, I know that you already know about the concept of the smart city, smart home, and smart transportation, and etc. Yeah. So it's also nice to have the security in there. And then the tools itself. In the infrastructure itself, it's now become a problem too. Maybe tomorrow I have a college, and his name is Dr. Ridi Ferdiana. We will discuss about the cryptography in the cloud. So if we deal about the cloud, the cryptography doesn't need any physical resources. So how to ensure that our data is not, processed in the process itself is virtual. The resource itself is virtual. So how we deal about to answer the resources. And then platform, software itself. And then we do the data management until, and then in the end is the visualization. That's will be the latest challenge. In the another perspective, we have this definition when big data have a lot of fee that we should deal about it. We have a volume, variety, veracity, velocity, and value. Even in another definition, they also have 8 fee. IEEE itself have 43 fee. So a lot of definition in there. So one of my curiosity is about the veracity and the velocity that deal with the security and also the assurance about the data itself. So that will be the challenge. Yeah. Okay. So this is the big data process. In the big data process, for example, we have a lot of source of data that can be from streaming data, text data, application data, and the social network that I give you some examples. And then all the data will be captured in the one times So it means because we need to capture the data in the one time, we need not only just sequence